Bella, it's Bles and welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for coming here and for watching this video. Thank you so much for your support. Yes! So, yan, wag na natin patagalin pa. Let's get into the video.
Bello, 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 bless. Bello, 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 bless. Bello, 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 bless. Bello, bless.
Most of us are probably attending online classes now, and kahit hindi kayo nag-attend ngayon or graduate na kayo, we've all experienced being a student. And with being a student comes procrastination, cramming, maghahabol ng deadlines, late submissions, and everything like that. Promise, sabihin nyo sa akin, mag-comment kayo kung hindi pa kayo na-late ng pasa, kung hindi pa kayo nagpuyat, nagpull ng all-nighter, kasi sure ako na once in your life nagawa nyo na yun. Kung hindi, salute to you. Lately, I've been seeing posts in Facebook and Twitter like tips on how to avoid procrastination, how to manage your time wisely, especially in online class, diba? So, sa pagpasa-pasa ng requirements and everything. Seeing those posts, I thought about making a video on cramming, giving tips on how to cram properly. How to cram properly? Hindi, pero hindi kasi siya maiiwasan talaga eh. May mga times talaga na hindi mo napansin na natambahan ka na pala ng requirements or bukas na pala yung deadline. So, wala ka ng choice. Magka-cram ka na. Isipin nyo, tanongin nyo, sino ba ako para magbigay ng tips about cramming, diba? Ano bang meron ako? Anong alam ko sa cramming? I've been cramming ever since I was in kinder. Hindi siya masyado OA. As in, girl, ako yung batang 10 PM na. Daddy, kailangan ko ng cartolina. Ako yung talaga, super clutch gumawa. Hindi talaga siya healthy na habit. Pero at least alam nyo na medyo, ako, qualified to give tips. Kasi umabot ako ng college, guys. Pumapasa ako. So, I'm qualified to do cramming tips. Tip number 1. Prioritizing. We all have our priorities. And kahit nagka-cram ka na, you still need to know your priorities. So how? For example, we have 2 requirements. Solving a math problem and writing an essay. Which is easier for you? If your answer is writing the essay, do it last. Why? Because it's easy for you. You know the basics. It's your strength. It's your strength. So do it last. Kasi kahit 1 hour na lang natitira sa time mo, I know that you could do it quickly and correctly. Rather than doing this first, hindi mo napansin na, wala na akong time para sa weakness ko. Hindi mo kayang madaliin yung requirement na hindi mo alam paano gawin. Between the math problem and an essay, if you're finding it difficult to solve the math problem, do it first. Prioritize it first. Kung meron kang 12 hours to do both, a lot more hours into doing this because ito yung hindi mo alam eh. Ito yung hindi mo gets. So, kapag minadali mo yan, sure ako na magkakamali ka or hindi mo mapapasa on time. And mas stress ka pa lalo kasi hindi mo na nga alam gawin, naghahabol ka pa ng oras. 'Di ba? Pero dito, in making your essay, kung naghahabol ka ng oras, yun ang problema mo. Kasi you know how to write, you know the basics. So that's my number 1 rule lagi in cramming. If I have a lot of requirements to cram and I only have 2 days or 1 week to do everything, I would do first the tasks that are most difficult for me, then ihahabol ko na lang yung madadali. For prioritizing, do your weaknesses first, and then do your strength. Ta-da! Tip number 2. So, for tip number 2, scheduling. Yes po. Kahit po nagkakram ako, gumagawa po ako ng schedule. So, what do I mean by scheduling? Kahit nagkakram ka, you still have to be organized. Kahit konti lang, you have to be organized in a sense na makakram mo sila on time, na mapapasa mo lahat sila. Kahit lahat sila 11:59 pasahan, mapapasa mo 11:58. In scheduling, I have factors to consider. First is yung priorities, yung kanina nating sinet. So, I know now which to do first and which to do last. Pero yung second factor na nag-a-affect sa scheduling is yung deadline. I make sure na hindi ako lalagpas sa deadline. Kahit cramming pa yan, kahit 11:59, okay lang sa akin 11:58 ako magpasa. At least napasa ko within the time frame. Kahit nagkakram ako, iniiwasan ko magkaroon ng late submissions. Nangyari to sa akin eh. For nung term 2 ko, May 9 pasahan ng lahat ng requirements. And I have 8 days. I have 8 days to finish everything. And I was really panicking kasi hindi ko na alam kung anong uunahin sa dami. I scheduled them na, kunwari, sabihin na natin, I have 5 days and I have 20 assessments. I scheduled 4 assessments per day. I needed to do the difficult ones first, kung saan ako nahihirapan. Para pagdating sa 3rd or 4th day, ang ikakaram ko na lang yung madadali. You need to follow your schedule. If 4 assessments ang target mong matapos that day, you should finish those 4 assessments. If, for example, natagalan ako dun sa isa, and I only did 2 or 3 assessments for one day, ihahabol ko yun sa second day. So that's how I schedule my assessments.
Tip number 3. Kiss and Nike.
So, this is inspired from my calculus professor last term 2. It's called Kiss and Nike. And it means, kiss means keep it simple, stupid, and Nike means just do it. So, ina-apply niya yan sa problem solving. You know, you should keep it simple. Hindi ko siya nagagawa sa math, pero at least na-apply ko siya in cramming. What do I mean by keeping it simple? It just means na your output should follow the rubric and the instructions, but it doesn't have to have unnecessary information or designs. Because sometimes we try to overcompensate na pag late natin mapapasa, na ginagandahan na natin ng sobra, late naman na eh. Sagad ko na, gandahan ko na lang. Diba? May mga ganong thinking. For me, it is better to submit a simple and complete output on time rather than submitting a very beautiful output with extra information but submitting it late. It is better to be on time. I just choose the most simple and neat layout if wala na talaga akong time. Diba? If magmamadali ka na, gawin mo na lang yung kailangan. If it's enough, if it's simple enough and complete naman, submit it na so that you can move on to your next task. Next would be Nike, just do it. Sometimes when you are overwhelmed with so many tasks, kahit naka-schedule ka na, nagawa mo na yung schedule, mahirap simulan. Iniisip mo na, ang dami, diba? Nagpapanik ka na deep inside. So for me, it is important to set your head straight, keep calm, kahit mamaya na yung deadline, and do it. Kasi, pag nagpapanik ka, mas nahihirapan yung utak mo mag-isip ng isusulat or ng isusolve. Trust your schedule na lang and just do it. So, ayun. Thank you, Sir Kinko, for giving us these tips. Kiss and Nike. Keep it simple, stupid, and just do it. Tip number 4. Snacking. Anong ginagawa ng snacking sa cramming tips? We love snacks. Lalo na pag maraming ginagawa. 'Di ba? Kain tayo. I mean, mayroon kang kukutin, mayroon kang snack dyan sa gilid while doing your assessment. Kasi minsan, nagsiskip ka na ng meal kasi ang dami mong ginagawa. So, you just have a snack beside you. Siguro iniisip niyo yung tip ko is to have breaks and eat snacks. Yeah, it's important to do those when you're cramming. Pero I think this one is one of the most important tips I can give you guys. Nagsisisi ako pag di ko ginagawa tong tip na to. If you're thinking about snacking or eating something while you're cramming, think about it twice. Makakasakit ba yan sa tiyan mo? Hindi ba yan okay sa tiyan mo? Tingnan mo yung expiration date. Meron ka bang bad experiences sa food na to? Kasi kung oo, wag mo na ituloy. Naka-experience ko lang nito. Pag marami pa akong gagawin, tapos madaling araw na, gusto kong nagkakape. Di ba ang daming meme dyan na pagkape, mahilig sa kape, tapos sa 3CR diretso. Totoo siya guys, kasi minsan, kapag yung gatas or yung coffee mate sa kape mo, yung dairy, minsan hindi siya okay sa tiyan mo. Tapos pinapakulo talaga yung tiyan mo, tapos the next day, mapapa-CR ka talaga ng papa-CR. Isipin mo muna if it would affect your stomach the next day. Kung mapapa-CR ka ba dahil sa kape na yun. Hindi, as in, medyo weird siya na tip, pero important. Kasi, nangyari yan sa akin dati na nagkape ako. Tapos, ang sarap niya. As in, gumana siya. Naging super active ako. Ang dami ko nagawa. Pero the next day, wala akong masyadong nagawa. Kasi CR ako ng CR. So, hindi okay yung tiyan ko sa ininom ko. So, instead na gumagawa rin ako ng requirements that day, nag-suffer ako na hindi ako makafocus kasi ang sakit ng tiyan ko, umiikot tiyan ko. So, yun, watch what you snack, watch what you eat. It's important to watch what you're eating when you're cramming. Kasi, you don't want extra problems. You don't want na yung oras mo instead na gumagawa ka na, nasa CR ka. Ingat na lang tayo sa makakainin natin para hindi na masayang time natin kaka-CR. For the last tip, avoid cramming na lang. As much as possible, as much as you can, avoid cramming. Don't cram. Bles, don't cram. Talking to all of you na nagka-cram, wag na lang. Alam niyo yung iniisip niyo pag nagka-cram kayo, tapos sorry, ang init. Pag sobrang stress na kayo, sasabihin niyo, hindi na talaga ako ulit, hindi na ako magka-cram, gagawin ko na lang maaga next time. Pero at the same time, pag napasa mo na siya ng 11:58, napasa ko siya 11:58. Meron siyang sense of confidence na kaya ko pala siya ulit gawin. So, the next time na may mahirap na requirement, kakram mo ulit. So, let's try to avoid that. Oo, nagawa natin siya today. So, happy na tayo na sabihin natin siya on time. Pero huwag na natin ulitin. Remember the stress ng pagkakram. Please, ako din, tinatry ko sobra magbagong buhay na sa cramming. Kasi mahirap naman talaga mag-cram. Tapos parang, minsan nagsisisi ka na mas napaganda mo pa sana, mas naging complete sana, kasi wala, nagka-cram ka na, diba? So, yung tip number 5 ko, just stop cramming or avoid it at all cost. Kung may ikakram ka man, yung madadali na lang, ganun. Wag na yung mahihirap, kasi nakakapangsisi, lalo na pag nakita mo yung score mo. Tapos iniisip mo na, kaya mo naman siyang pagandahin eh. Kaya mo naman siyang gawin ng mas maayos, pero hindi mo nagawa kasi wala ka ng time. I hope na this would help you a lot in cramming or avoiding cramming. If nagka-cram ka na ngayon, last na, huwag mo nang ulitin, pero gawin mo yung tips ko. Try it at your own risk, and ayun. I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that you would leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment rin if you have tips on cramming or reactions lang, ganon. Please. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I hope you support me in my YouTube journey. Bye. See you next time. Bye-bye. Happy! 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 Happy!